My name is Courtney Caprelli, and I'm going to be doing my scientist spotlight on Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was born in 1958 in New York City, the Bronx. He went to public schools and was thought of as an average student, nothing exceptional, until about middle school when his teacher started to realize his profound love for books and space. And at the age of 9, he was brought to the Museum of Natural History, where the Hayden Planetarium is. And this was his first experience stargazing, and he fell in love with the stars and the universe. He began to take classes at the Hayden Planetarium, and this is about the same time where he would start to go up on the roof of his apartment building and look at the stars through his binocular until he could afford his own telescope. On the right are two images. This is the outside of the planetarium in New York, and this is the inside. And on the left is a picture of 15-year-old Tyson, first mirror selfie. I obtained this photo off of his personal Instagram. A quote from Tyson from one of his interviews: "I had a whole list of things people told me to become, but no one saw me as I saw myself. Not teachers, not those on the streets, no one." I believe this really speaks volumes. Tyson knew his passion, and he didn't feel like he had the faith to back up what he thought he was capable of, yet he still did great things. 1980, he retained his bachelor's in physics from Harvard University. 1983, he got his master's in astronomy from University of Texas in the research area of star formation models for dwarf galaxies. 1989, he got his Master of Philosophy in Astrophysics from the Columbia University in New York, research area Stellar Evolution. And he obtained his PhD also from Columbia University in 1991 in the area of astrophysics, research area gigantic bulge, chemical evolution, abundances, and structure. His career history is very extensive with all of the research that he's done. From the 1980s through the 2000s, he's done research on multiple events: Hubble Space Telescope observations, observations on planets. He makes star formation, exploding stars, dwarf galaxies, structure of the Milky Way. He has done a lot of work with NASA, and actually obtained NASA's exceptional Public Service Medal and NASA's Distinguished Public Service Medal, which is the highest honor awarded to a non-civilian government official. A non-government civilian. He's part of the Harvard 100 most influential Harvard alumni. He's the current 5th head director of astrophysics at the Hayden Planetarium, where he found his love for the universe, and now he is the director of the very place. And he is the first occupant of the Frederick P. Rose Director at the Hayden Planetarium. He is a research associate department of astrophysics at the American Museum of Natural History, also the same place that he found his love. He's wrote 13 books, but some of them by himself, also with other people. Some of his books have been turned into on-camera experience that he has hosted. Some of them being Pluto Flies, The Rise and Fall of America's Favorite Planet, about the controversy of Pluto's planetary status. On the right is his most recent book, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. On the left is a snippet from one of his podcasts. It's called Star Talk. It has celebrity guests appearances, and he makes science more understandable and personable. It's a way to open people up to science who have never even thought that they could even understand it remotely. He's been nominated for multiple Emmys on informational programming and explaining things for people to be able to understand. I think this is a big reason why me included find deGrasse so influential, because of the way that he speaks to average people. You can tell that he truly is just an average person who has a big mind and big ideas and big philosophies, and he uses platforms such as Twitter and Instagram, other social media. I actually have gotten most of these images from his Twitter and most of the ideas that I'm using from him himself tweeting, and it really is just constantly exposes us to his ideas and philosophies. And he's a reminder of all the knowledge and technology that we have today that we could be using, but we simply aren't thinking. Well, this is the last thing that I obtained from his Twitter, and it shoots that he's actually signs that say "Let's make America smart again," Neil deGrasse Tyson. And the, despite the political banter of it, I think that it really is a wake up call that we have so many things at our fingertips that we just aren't utilizing. And I think that he's a good figure to reminding us that there's so many possibilities, and he adds an encouragement and spirituality to science that you don't get every day. He's also one of 7 black astrophysicists. I recently saw a quote by him that said that it's not that the black community can't afford to have him in astrophysics, it's that they can't afford not to.